Due to the pandemic, many companies are resorting to having employees work from home in order to stay safe.
This morning, Juana Schneider with the Tri-State Better Business Bureau. She's joining us to give us some tricks and tips about how we can stay safe while working at home on the internet.
Good morning, Juana. Nice to see you again.
Good morning.
Now, last week we talked about celebrity phishing scams and how they could take hundreds of dollars away. That being said, there are numerous ways for scams to make their way into your computer, obtaining personal information. Juana, how can someone detect something that may be amiss from home when they're working there?
Well, yes, there are a few things that you can actually do in order to make sure that you don't get scammed. And I would say that primarily, every time you save something, please remember to save your work at the end of the day, just to make sure that nobody gets a hold of it, your password doesn't get broken into and things like that. And then log off at the end of every day and password protect everything.
You also say don't click, never open an attachment, and then call to verify. Just walk us through some of those.
Yes, so every time somebody sends you an external email and you're not really sure what this is about, maybe it's about coronavirus, maybe it's asking you to click here to verify an account, be really, really skeptical because we have seen an increase in phishing scams. If you're not really sure who this email is coming from, just pick up the phone and call the supposed sender if it's somebody that you know. If it's not, and this is an unsolicited email, just ignore it.
Now, your next tip here mentions remote IT support. Now, if an employee works at a bigger company, they may not know who their IT person is. So that would be easy to kind of circumvent that security and get around that. So you say don't allow remote IT support on your computers.
Yes, especially when you don't know who this remote IT support is. If you just get a random call from somebody or an email asking you to click here, I would say, I know the first impression or impulse of everybody is to just click here and get the matter done, but please don't do that. Be really careful. Before you react, call your actual IT support and ask them if this request indeed came from them.
You know, Juana, I'm kind of just thinking here, obviously some people are working from home right now, but for people like myself, Tommy, we're coming to work every day. These are all things that we need to be doing as well, yeah?
Yes, especially if you're using your work computer at home, which may contain, sensitive information that maybe, I don't know, somebody in your same field does not need access to, things like that. Or you definitely do not want scammers to get their hands on it. Be really, really careful. Same goes for your computer at home. You could have, I don't know, copies of your driver's license, birth certificate, things like that on it. You may not even remember you have it. You don't want scammers to get their hands on that.
You had mentioned the difference between the home computers and at work. You may not have a lot of that personal information on your at work computer at work in the traditional sense, but it always mentioned, or you say that you should always run antivirus and anti-malware software. Some companies don't allow that with the software they use because they have their own IT people to do that. How do you get around that?
Yes, so I would say that you always have to make sure that you're running a clean machine. And if you suspect anything, make sure to ask your IT support to do just a simple check at the end of every week to make sure everything is in place. And if you notice anything suspicious, such as glitches, things like that, give them a call immediately.
All right, Juana Schneider with the Tri-State Better Business Bureau. It's always lovely to have you on. I love seeing your shoe collection behind her.
Thank you, guys.
You need to mix those up a little bit for Lauren's sake if you could.
Okay,
I think she did. She moved some around. I saw
right.
lime green ones last week. Now I'm seeing blue.
Good for you having a nice, healthy obsession, Juana. All right,
Yes.
We'll talk to you again next Monday, all right?
Talk to you later.
Have a good one.
You too.
Still to